What's up, fam? Hey, you already know what it is, baby. It's the 15K challenge over here where we're going from 0 to 15K. And man, look, you know, on this journey, the marathon is going to continue as we progress and if we get to that fruitful point where we're looking to see 15 grand in the portfolio. So what I want to do in today's video is actually break down the positions in the portfolio, show you how they compare to the indices, show you the profit and loss user interface that Webull has to show you the comparison of your stocks, and then even break down how to create alerts, because I want to show you the alerts that we're going to be looking to add one particular stock to our portfolio off these alerts. So this is how we're going to do this today in this video. So it's jam-packed. I want to get directly to it. So if you get value out of this content, hey, definitely smash that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, and definitely bang that notification bell so you keep getting notified every time I drop high content like this. And man, let's get directly to the point. All right, so we're going to start with the portfolio first. You'll see that I'm at $6,090 and the whole market value is $65.33 with a negative cash balance of $443. $500 has already been deposited with Webull. You know that takes some days to transfer, so I get the full value of $65.33 once that deposit hits. All right, so you see the positions in the portfolio, fam. You see where I'm up on Neo, you see I'm up on Marathon Digital, and everything else is in the red. But let's talk about this in comparison to the profit and loss margins of what's in comparison with the indices. The indices, when I'm talking about, is going to be the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones. So when you go back up to the top of your individual portfolio, you'll hit the P&L, and you'll see, let's not do the month, let's do the week. You'll see in the week, I'm down $17.79 total value of the portfolio, right? That percentage turns into 0.25%. And you'll see that this orange line on the chart is a comparison of one against one of the indices. The indices is right now that we're looking at is the NASDAQ indice. So you'll see that the NASDAQ performed pretty well, almost up 1.75% on the week, and I'm down 0.25%. If you was to check the next one out, it'll be the S&P 500. You'll see that's up almost 1.45%, and you obviously know that we're down 0.25. And then the last one, the Dow Jones, almost performed just as well as the NASDAQ at 1.7, almost at 1.78%. Okay, so that's what we were talking about in comparison to the indices. So let's talk about how do you check out in your user interface with Webull. If you're an Android user, this is exactly how we're going to do it as an Android user. If you're an iPhone user, it's somewhat similar, but you got to figure that out for your own. So the way this goes out is that one, you will hit this, you'll scroll down to the last 1 week P&L components, and you'll hit trading P&L. And when you hit trading P&L, you'll see that I'm down $17.79, but then it shows every individual stock in the portfolio and what their position is at that point in time in the week. So you'll see Marathon Digital Holdings actually had a value of $19.35 to the green, then Coinbase made money, Doge made money, then Immersion, and then you'll see the other performance of the stocks in the below, but Neo comes in at the bottom at $43.20, basically sending the portfolio negative on its own. But let's look at it in the last month. If you look at it in the last month, I'm up $562.29, and you'll see Airbnb is the biggest holding, that's up $313.32, with Neo being up $219, and then Marathon Digital also coming in third at $66.95. So let's talk about it a little bit more here. What is this useful for? This is useful just to keep track of what's going on with the positions in your portfolio and making you known to you exactly which positions you need to keep more eye on, or where you can actually load up better positions to actually get those things to the green as well. So that's what we're at with when it comes down to the portfolio. So now let's move on and let's look at the next thing that I want to talk to you about today, and that's alerts. I want to talk about alerts because I know we got 2 stocks out there that we're keeping track of faithfully every week, and I come on here and I talk about them all the time, but I want to add a third position that we're looking to find an entry point into, and I've already did the chart work to see where I want to get in at, and I want to show you how we can use the alerts to notify us when we are ready to get into a position, because it's easy to make limit orders and hope that it comes back to those limit orders, but when you can actually use your alerts to actually notify you when the stock is actually trending in the direction where you're looking to start making your entry point, this can help you make a better limit order position of where you want to actually get into the position at. So let's talk about it a little bit, right? I'm going to start with giving you the alerts that I want to give you for AMC, from the breakdown that I've done. So we're going to do AMC first. I'm going to bring it up on the chart, okay? And then I'm going to actually go down to the bottom here and hit the bell with the plus, and then I'm going to show you how I want to make these alerts. So for AMC, these are the price targets that I'm tracking for the following week resistance zones that I look at. These are where I'm looking at before I actually start really worried about tracking AMC even harder than I already do. So the first one, I'm going to hit the plus button right here for the price, because I got a couple that I wanted to actually do here. So I'm going to do 3. So the first one is going to be above 56.19, and then you'll see another one for 61.10, and then there'll be a last one for 65.78, and then I'll check that off, and they'll repeat every day. So then the next one, just to give you another one before we get into the one I'm going to break down, is Neo. I do the same thing. We'll hit the bell, and then, man, I got 2 price targets on Neo that I'm tracking. One is going to be up and one is going to be down. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want to be able to actually, let's see here, I messed that up. Let's do that again. So we'll leave this off right here. So we'll turn this one on. And what I want to do is I actually want one above and I want one down. The reason why I want one down for below is because I want to be able to actually get a new entry point into Neo. So if I told you I don't buy Neo over $40. So if it drops below 40, I want to be able to track it. So what I want to do is have one above at 51.33. That's the next resistance zone level that I see for Neo. And we got an option in the option plays that is over $50 call. So that's one way of tracking this for the next resistance level that I'm looking for Neo to push through. And then the support level that I want to see Neo bounce off of, but if it don't, I'm getting ready to pull dry powder to the sideline and put it into the portfolio, that's going to be 43.50. So right here, that's a 3% down for Neo. If it gets 43.50, then this is a signal to me that I need to start preparing to actually see if Neo slips below 40 and add to my entry at that point. So the new stock that I want to add to the portfolio, if the opportunity provides, is C3 AI. So that's stock symbol AI. So with stock symbol AI, what I want to do, you currently see it at 64.15, right? So I got 3 entry points that I'm looking to see that C3 AI pulls back to, or that it don't run past. So what I'm going to do is that it is going to actually be my entry point of 3 prices. So we're going to change this to a price, and then I'm going to add another one, and then all these are going to be below. So the first one that I want to see that C3I goes below is 63.98. That's only 2.27% down right now. And then the next one will be 62.02, which is 3.32, and then there'll be 58.52, which is 8% down. So the entry point that I'm looking to get in on C3 AI is $55. Okay, if you look at the chart, you'll see that it ran all the way to 170, and I actually want to be in this play at 55, and I want to keep adding to it. I want to get up to about 50 shares in this portfolio. So if I can get the entry point at $55 and over time adding to it, gradually adding to it to keep my cost basis down at $55, that's where I want to be at. So C3 AI is the next play that I want to be in. We'll save that. Let's get into the comment of the day. Hey, the comment of the day comes from MR Rambro, where he says, I'm a day late, but I bought 5 contracts at 48 cents with the expiration date of July 23rd. And then he hit me up later and said, hey, Craig Houston, I'm up 17% on your Verizon call already. Fam, this is great news for me to hear from you out there every day of the week. Hey, always comment down below and let me know how you performing in the portfolio, whether that's in the option calls or the 15K challenge, because that lets me get better by knowing whether I'm putting you in the right place or maybe I'm suggesting the wrong place. And if that's the case, I want to always get that feedback. Even though I'm tracking it myself, I keep a thorough spreadsheet on all the information that I provide. But when you check out these videos that I provide and I provide you that content, hey, whether you're a day late or you right on the money, it doesn't matter. The same principles always are going to be the same point out. If you get in on the play at the right dollar value and you get in the play at the right call options, then that's going to help you in the long term. So it's the fundamental reason why we basically go through these plays together all the time. So at the end of the day, man, I'm always happy to see y'all up, and being up 17% on the Verizon call right now, when you got time left on it, intrinsic value is going to be in your play, in your favor. Hey fam, I always want y'all to stay safe out there. I want y'all to stay locked in to the channel, and definitely don't forget to bang that notification bell and go ahead and subscribe to the channel too, and definitely hit that like button. If you ain't like the video, hit the dislike button so I know to up my game on this content as well. Hey man, I want y'all to stay safe out there. Peace.